pretty simple. I could just do a tier list of my favorite Animal Crossing NPCs, but instead I wanted to rank them based on where I think their political alignment is, not just left, right, but big government, small government, libertarian, authoritarian.
And the people need to know where they politically align.
Yeah, we need to know how this is. We need to know who we can trust out here. There's no church in the wild. I think we really just want to put somebody in each quadrant so we kind of have a sense of who's what.
Right.
So,
okay. So there's
authoritarian left, which would be like a big government Democrat, and I think who that is to me first impressions is Isabel. She wants social programs. She's pretty She's about as authoritarian as it gets. She's right up there. She loves structure. She loves it. Morning announcements is, I'm just lucky. Right. She would love for us to be say the pledge, but she's, I think right around here for now. I might adjust that. Authoritarian right would just be like a capitalist, like dead ass.
Okay.
Sahara, I think she's.
No.
You think she's libertarian, right? She's about money. She's about money. She likes money, Wayne.
She might be middle, but
we'll keep her here for.
She's not a standard.
Do you have somebody for authoritarian right? Do you think it's the pig?
Tom Nook is the first one.
I want to think. Tom Nook, I want to come back to. He's a complicated guy. I want to come back to him. He's a complicated guy, Wayne. He wants to prop people up, man. You know what I mean? He's not all about making money. And I think that's why the pig is literally representing the stock market would be authoritarian right.
You can disagree, and we'll talk it out. The evil Easter Bunny is authoritarian right. He literally takes over the entire Animal Crossing village.
You're right. He does.
To make you like harvest his little eggs. You can't do anything else when that is going on. Mm-hmm. So it's big government because that's.
It's actually a monopoly. It's actually a monopoly, is what it is. He is very much. He's like a dictator almost. He's like almost He is. He's almost a fascist. I don't know if I want to put him full fascist. There might be crazier ones out there, but he's. Yeah, definitely up there. So libertarian right. You're right. So, she is a libertarian. She's like a Colorado libertarian or something.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to work for Tom Nook's bureaucracy. You're right. Yeah. This is why it's a good thing to have a discussion about it.
She makes her income off of capitalism, so I'm gonna still say right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. The more they care about the actual making money, it's further right. Now libertarian left's a tough one. I have to think about that. Celeste, yeah, I could see that.
No,
she is just an astrology chick. We all love astrology chicks. I had one in mind. I think it'll come back to me later, but I just kind of want to let me look at how these charts usually operate.
What's the guy's name? The guy that you give seashells to.
Oh, Pascal. That's exactly it. Exactly. That's exactly who I was thinking about. Pascal is my guy. He's never asked for a bell in his life. He's just like, is that a scallop you pulled from nature? That's beautiful. I'll trade you and give you words of wisdom. You're right. Pascal is a free spirit.
Yeah, I don't think he pays attention to economics, but I still think he's left.
So now we have the good 4 quadrants of where to run this shit. I feel good about this list now. This is actually, besides the ghost, my least favorite NPC. I hate Kix.
Why?
He's just like, oh, you lot. Oh, bruv.
Does he say bruv?
No, but
he's very modern.
He doesn't say bruv, but he might as well. He is authoritarian though, because he's British, bro. He loves the monarchy and shit. I think he's probably mids. I think he's right around here.
He definitely said, God help the Queen under his breath. If
he hates Meghan Markle. He hates her.
So Celeste is definitely left.
She's an astrology girl. I'm friends with her probably.
She's definitely, she's not libertarian because she's one of those people that calls libertarians Republicans.
Yeah, but this shouldn't really say, it should say not legit libertarian, but more like freedom versus structure or something.
Which technically is.
Yeah, but it's just that's why I didn't write Republican Democrat either. There's just connotations on everything. I'm taking this out of the context. I'm talking theoretical here for you. There's very few of these characters I have actual disdain for. But I think Celeste I might reconsider later, but I think that's where I probably put astrology girls. LaBelle's right.
Okay, she's definitely right. She looks down a little bit hey, I succeeded, you know?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Oh. This is Sable, right?
She's the more peppy one. And then
Mabel?
Yeah, Mabel, you're right, exactly. Yeah, she is a little bit more about doing her own thing and being left to herself.
Yeah, she doesn't care. I think, yeah, they all do it out of passion, but Label definitely goes the furthest right.
Yeah, you can tell it's more about the profit for her, and I think Mabel's the chill one. Sable's the one who runs the operation.
I'd say Mabel thrives more off of structure than Sable.
That's actually fair. I think this is a good spot for him. Now he's freaking former Air Force pilot. He's I don't know if he's a true libertarian. Let me think about. Actually, I don't know. He does listen. He does listen to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, even if some of the stuff he supports doesn't necessarily reflect that, I think he sees himself this way at least. Is he Orville or Wilbur?
I'm ashamed that I put so much time in this game. I'm ashamed. The one I actually like, Wilbur's the cool one.
Oh wait. Why was the second result?
Don't worry about it. I saw it too, Wayne. I just didn't dwell.
I just see him as a right-leaning person, but yeah, you're right. The money, it's sort of. I definitely think he's at the bottom for freedom.
I think they might be government contracted, Wayne. I think these guys might lean politically left.
I think actually, Sable is true middle. Is where I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Is where I'm gonna put her.
Yeah, she's a moderate. She doesn't like to get involved. She just wants to run her business. No, you're right. This guy's probably libertarian. I don't think he's as much of a free spirit as her. He's still like.
Yeah, you're right.
He's still.
He definitely belongs in that box. Like, dude, look at the word freedom and then look at him.
You're right. You're right. He. It's true. That's true.
Like, even if he's government contracted, this is what he preaches.
Okay. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. They're probably the same level of left-right. He's just a little bit more structured. Well, he is a desk guy, so he does love structure.
Yeah, he does. I think he's higher up on the structure.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. CJ Shucker, he's like a kid. You know what I mean? He's like a Twitter kid. Like, he might be like.
He's a little cringy at times. He
might be a proud boy.
He's Republican TikTok, dude.
Yeah, that's like. I don't want to like disparage him like that, but you're not wrong.
No, I like him. He has fun contests, but
he's misguided. I think he's probably around here.
Yeah. Oh
fuck! Do we even put the what do you do with the ghost?
I know the ghost just doesn't have his life together.
What's the category you do for coward? Like, I think him and the llamas are who we leave off. This cat is the only one I don't really know about. What's he about before I put him on here?
He's just about, like, positive vibes and, like, making you feel comfortable, you know, and, like, trying to get everything in order for you to, like, have a great day in Animal Crossing.
Does he, like, run a business?
No. It's literally just a black screen with a light that shows up on him, and he's like, okay, I just want to make sure everything's in order before we get you into town today.
I'll trust you on that. I'll trust you on it.
Yeah, he's kind of just middle top. I would say if we have to pick left leaning.
Here's Gulliver and Gullivar.
Don't they just go on benders and?
Yeah. Okay. Like, Gullivar, he's a pirate, so he's probably like just an anarchist. He probably is just like the strong survive and do their thing.
Yeah, that's true. He's an anarchist. They're kind of both.
He just wants to, he just enjoys the seas or whatever. Landlubber.
I'd say like some yeah. They're just off sailing the seas by themselves. They're definitely like bottom, towards the bottom.
Harv is just a hippie. He's like freedom, left.
Harv is also is down there with Pascal probably.
Pascal's my guy. I love Pascal.
Harv like has a place.
He's a good vibes guy. Oh, you're right. That's too structured. Mm-hmm. So he might be here.
Pascal is literally just swimming everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Here's our Earth bro. He's definitely lefty.
In that area, yeah.
And he's probably like here. He doesn't want like
because he
not in everything, but he just wants it for like eco programs.
But not like authoritative on it.
Yeah. Blathers is like academia, like old school Democrat, like Bill Maher, like he's like here, but not so far left. He kind of sucks. He's out of touch. Plain and simple. Oh, The coolest guy in Animal Crossing. KK Slider, baby. Freedom.
I can see him being a little right.
Because he's a pop star?
He's got a little bit of...
Has he ever...
He's like, hey, I earned this, you know?
First off, he doesn't have an ego. He doesn't. Like, just because he gets blown up by everyone else doesn't mean he has an ego. If you've ever talked to the guy, he's down to earth as shit.
You just like him too much. I can see him being... I can see him being a little right. I'm not saying, like, the furthest right.
Well, he's at least a libertarian, right, is what I'm saying. Like...
Or he could be true middle.
Bro, he writes sad boy songs. He's not, like, writing country... Like, he makes music for everybody. He makes music for everybody. He brings people together. Like, why...
I think he could be true middle. Like, he should not be veering off from the middle too far.
He's freedom. He's freedom, bro.
Midway. Like, he's in a good spot there. You told me this before we started. You said you can't get too attached to
But he doesn't care about the money. He asked me how I'm feeling, Wayne. Every Saturday night, I go to KK, and he says, what's the mood?
Okay.
What's the mood, man? He's not doing it for the money. He's doing it because he loves the music.
He's the only famous singer in the Animal Crossing universe. You know how rich he is?
He's just drifting through. He's like, hey, I just want to collab with some of the best reggae artists in the world for the next song. What do I got to do? And the record label says, well, we got to sell some records. And he says, well, you guys worry about that. You know, I don't care about the money.
He would care about the money if he wasn't so privileged being the only one in the world.
Do you think he started with a silver ukulele, Wayne? Like, what? I'll concede to maybe a slight right lean because he does make money, but I think there's no denying he's a freedom guy. All right, these are children.
They just follow Tom Nook. We got to do Tom Nook before we do that.
They have a more mischievous streak, but I guess it is time we get to Tom Nook.
Here we go.
Tom Nook loves structure. There's no denying that. He makes the rules, and that's always been the case.
There's really, there's no binding contract within what you're doing, and he just keeps raising the mortgage for you every single time, which is a little bit scumbaggy. I'm gonna say it. He's not gonna kick you out.
And you have so many opportunities to make money on the island, which is ultimately his. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you can just sell
it. It's just like a weird... He runs his business a weird way, but it is a business at the end of the day. With structure.
He is gonna make his money at the end.
Mm-hmm. He's a tough one.
He does have a pretty ethical system.
Yeah. Like, they don't get into it, but I think everyone in his business has, like, dental and all that. So I don't want to put him up here with, like, where you would put, like dictator fascist and stuff.
I wouldn't put him as a dictator either. He's a structure right.
Yeah, I don't think the kids are as much structure, but they definitely follow him. All right, Flick. He's a free spirit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's kind of down here, a little bit less free. I think Flick's good there. I don't think like as much of a hippie as Pascal and Harv. No. But definitely free. And I think Gyroid isn't a real character.
Yeah, why?
It's like a structure neutral if we want to put it on there, but...
I don't even want to...
There's two of my favorite characters left. It's like whichever one you want to do first. It's my favorite character in the game, Red, or Rossetti, who I think's fun.
I love them both too. Rossetti's a little bit easier.
I think they're both dumb easy. Okay, you want to run it?
Okay. Yeah, let's...
He's a fascist.
Yes.
He's all about rules, even when they don't make sense, and he's just like, I have control, I have power... I'm the fucking man.
The game.
He's such a fucking jerk.
If you were skipping through too fast, he would ask you to repeat something back exactly how he put it. Punctuation and everything. He's a fascist, so...
It almost doesn't... There's not much more to say, almost. But I'll tell you where Red goes, too. I put him bottom right, bro, because
just behind your camera.
He's...
Nice.
I believe Red is... like a libertarian capitalist. He's about chaos, bro. He's a legit anarchist. It's not about the economy. It's not about anything with him. It's like he just wants to it's survival of the fittest for him. He wants to schmaz everyone. He wants to make as much money as possible, and he wants to just like stir the pot because that's why he's my favorite character in the game. He is chaos. Would you adjust any of these?
So I would probably slightly move Crazy Bunny a little bit over next to Rossetti.
He's like a charisma figure.
Which
almost.
Is money.
He's like Mussolini or something. I don't know. Maybe he is up there. But I think that's a pretty good definitive. Animal Crossing tier list for political alignment